Listen, some people will never advance in life because they are dwelling too much on past glory and past failures. There are people you will see today, all the stories they can never tell you is how they were the world champion when they were young, how they were the Nigerian, African champion when they were young, they were into boxing or football, how they married a beautiful lady and she broke their heart and then they can't succeed again. I'm even seeing such crises happening to younger guys these days. I've seen guys under 23, 24, and they keep telling me I used to be rich. I've touched money before. You touched money before, that's before, right? Can't you put your life together and move ahead? Learn to let the past go. You understand? They broke your heart, your marriage failed. Sometimes it's in a family, right? The breadwinner dies. Or there's a dispute, the breadwinner cuts off. So you guys will slide back into poverty because of that. There are families where the husband is dead. The wife and the children will go right back into poverty, all the way back 100 years back into poverty. The woman will not say, okay, what business was my husband doing? What friends did he have? Who can I learn from? What do I put together to move ahead? You see, they will never be able to recover from that. I know adults today that have not been able to recover from the loss of their parents many years ago. At some point you have to realize that the person is gone, right? The opportunity is gone. Some people have not recovered from losing their job. I've seen a man of 70-something years, and the story is telling me is how Nitel, Nitel, how Nitel fired him many years ago and still owing him gratuity. Bro, that's so many years ago. Are you telling me that your life stopped then? Do you understand? Like, why are you carrying the past so much? It has happened. You tried your best at the time it happened to rescue whatever was left, But now you have to move ahead. I have to see you a year from now putting yourself together and moving ahead. I know ladies today that will never marry again because the guy they wanted to marry died. Or the guy they wanted to marry left them and married their best friend. So you cannot find another man. Of all these men walking around with big bowl everywhere, you cannot find another man. If Nigerian men has finished, why not travel to Kenya? Have you gone to Kenya before? Have you heard of the Mandingos? What of Tanzania? What of Zimbabwe? What of the men from the Southern Africa? What of UK men? Have you heard about the men on the Tinder? The Tinder guys. I believe that they use collect woman for America now. Are you telling me that of all these whole men in the whole world, billions, you can't find any other man because one man broke your heart? Think about your life, right? So they fired you in the job, you can't pull yourself together. You carry that for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, something is wrong. So from what I'm understanding now is that your company fired you and they are still owing you, but they have not paid. Is that the only money in the world? While you are waiting for them to pay you, can't you move on? Are there no other companies that are still recruiting? Are there no other things you can do to make money? Is money not flowing around? Is CBN not printing extra money? What is the problem? Don't dwell too much on past glory. I know people, there are women that will die just because their husband died. And there are husbands that will die just because their wife died. You will just hear that the woman died today, they have done everything better. Next year, the man is dead. Healthy man, oh. He was managing his life properly just because his wife unalived. Boom, he's dead. 2 burials under 1 year, under 2 years. You have to learn to pull yourself together and say, okay, this has happened. It has happened. How do we move ahead? You understand? How do we forge ahead without this person? How do we reorganize our life? I know there are things we can no longer do now. How do we get back to pace? And the best I can tell you is to fight back. Many people don't know when life is fighting them. Life is fighting you. You are going back. See, if life is fighting you, fight back. You fight back. Pull yourself together and put together a fight. Once fight don't set, as in they throw punch, they call your way, you go, they throw punch, they go. You understand? And they punch back. Many people have won court cases because they countersued. You know what is countersued? They sue you for one thing. As the case is going on, you carry your lawyer, sue them for another thing. They will come to negotiation table. You understand? Maybe we'll just withdraw the 2 cases. Maybe everything just... Do you understand? Put together a fight. Many of you are in a good position now to fight back. You are in the perfect position to put together a fight. They are coming, life is coming at you from this way. They fire you. You file a discrimination lawsuit against them. I made them battle that one first. In the process, they will go and collect your gratuity and everything and pay you. So now, may you just withdraw that case, they go. That's the best way to deal with life. As life is fighting you, you put yourself together, right? You counter. You understand? You fire me, I go start my own company, collect your customer. I worked in your company, Abi. I know all your customers, I have their contacts. I start my own company, I go collect them. It's not a crime. Is it a crime? Try and fight back. I'm telling you, put together a fight. Put yourself together, put your brain on paper and say, okay, what do I have left? What do I have? How do I counter? How do I fight back? I'm not saying you should break the law, right? But you need to recognize, let me tell you, right? If your wife is dead, go and marry another wife. If your husband is dead, go and marry another husband. If you know you cannot bear the loss, go marry another husband. Nothing is wrong with that. You're not breaking any law. You might be surprised, eh? Let me tell you, you might be surprised. The second guy you will marry will be 10 times better than the first. He might be younger, he might be smarter, he might just bring a whole new perspective into your life, you know? A whole new perspective into your life. Let me tell you, right? The moment you try to fight back, a lot of things will suddenly start working in your favor. Put together a fight. Think about your life. Let me tell you, right? The day I decided to start my own company and rewrite my whole history was the day I was working for another company, right? They were paying me well that time, like my salary was 350K. So one day there was a task they gave me, software engineer, they gave me a task and I couldn't complete the task. The whole day I couldn't solve it, right? It was a bit complex, right? So in the evening, my boss, immediate boss, came and told me, Dave, you're not going to go home today if you don't finish it. So stay back at the office. And when they were going, they left me at the office. They locked me in. Big company, multiple rooms. So easy work. I stayed all night, right? Working on this thing. Then the next morning, the rest of the staff came and met me. I still haven't finished, right? Work resumed as normal. Then till evening again. So that evening now reached. I've done like 70% of the task. I've not completed it. So, but I wanted to go home, right? So my guys were going home. So I simply went with them as we were walking out of the company, the compound of the company, right? This heading to the gate. My boss opened the balcony, the glass at the balcony, and poked out his head and shouted, Dave, where are you going to? You know, before I know, people were telling me that they were shouting my name. I just turned. He said, where are you going to? I said, I'm going home. You know, at least I've spent 2 days in the company. Let me go house now. He said, come back here. Have you finished what I told you? I said, I've done 70%. He said, come back. Bro, it was so insultive. He was not trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he's not a bad guy, right? I've worked with him, so he's not a bad guy. But, and he might be under pressure, right? But because of the way he shouted, the whole company poked out their faces on the windows. They were looking for who was shouting, who were they shouting at? And they were looking at me, and the way this man commanded me back. The moment he told me, get back here, it was as if he was calling my ancestors, like he was waking up something in me. I started asking myself some existential questions like, why would this guy command me like this? What am I getting wrong in life? You understand? What am I getting wrong that this guy, and the guy's not even older than me, like, what, older than me by like 2 years? And he's shouting at me and commanding me like that. Bro, as I was coming back, it was not me again. Something has left me. Virtue left me, my brother. As I got back into the company, it was around 5 p.m., right? So within 2-3 hours, everybody in the company has gone. So he locked me back inside the house, inside the company. But it was not me he locked. Something has left me. That whole night, he thought I was working on that project. A lie. That whole night, I was walking around the whole company. You know, it's many rooms, passages, big company like this. I was the only one inside. Staircases, I was climbing staircases. I was thinking the whole night. I did not sleep. I was thinking. I would walk up the staircase. I was thinking. I was talking to myself. I was like a madman that night. You understand? I'll think. I'll write. I'll walk. Think. I'll Google just to be sure of what I'm doing. I was able to break down my life and piece it back together in first principles. Where am I in life? why is this guy controlling me like this? How much is my transport fare coming? How much are they paying me? How much is it? That's when I know that 350k was not even enough, because I was living somewhere that money was not enough to afford a good living place. So there was something wrong. That money, they were underpaying me. You understand? So I had to piece together everything. How much do I have to earn to even own a car? I didn't have a car at that time. So the money was not even enough. 350k to own a car of 5 million. Do you know how many centuries? Do you know how many centuries you save your money? You understand? By the time you pay house rent, at least 4 to 6 months of the money is gone. Then your daily runnings, before you now save like 20, 30k or 50k per month, you will never buy a 5 million naira car ever. So putting together all these things helped me to understand that the money was not enough. The company might be doing their best sincerely. I have nothing against them, but it was not enough for me. I was living the wrong life. So many of you don't know that you're living the wrong life. You are being underpaid massively. Maybe they are paying you well, but you're under earning. So by the time the morning was coming, I was a totally different person, because I found a solution. When my guys came in the morning, they were coming to greet me. Dave, what's up? How far? Did you stay all night? Did you mean? Why did he shout at you like that? I was like a different person. They were getting a whole different reaction. I was like, be calm. I've overcome the world. You understand? It's okay. It's okay. No. There's no problem. Guys, calm down. It's okay. I'm good. I did not do anything that night. My boss came and asked, have you finished? I said, no, sir, I'm not done yet. But I was so happy. Why? Because I've been able to solve the puzzle. Because I spent one night thinking about it. Some of you have not even spent one night thinking about your life. Not worry. I'm not talking about worrying, but actually constructively thinking, writing down things, plotting down, how much is your rent? How much is your salary? How much are you spending per month? Who is eating most of your money? Is that girl worth it? You understand? Are you supposed to be dating now or trying to make more money? Are you living in the right part of the city? The house you are living in, is it even affecting you? That time the house I was living in was not having AC. So heat, if I come back at home, it was struggle to even do anything at home because everywhere was hot. There was no space to put AC. I can afford AC that time, but there was no space. It was one room. So I had to put together my life. Some of you have not even put together your life. You've not put together your life. Should you sell the car or not? Is there another way you can do? If you start doing Uber with that car, would you make more money than that work you're doing? Would you have more freedom? You understand? Would you make enough money if you learn tech today? If you sacrifice that money now to learn tech, will it be better? Let me tell you, when I was about to learn tech, the money I would have used to buy a laptop, I used it to pay for a tech class. Oracle database that time. I used it to pay for Oracle training. The guy that taught me Oracle now is in the US. He's a rich guy. I used it to pay for Oracle training. So now I had to go to cyber cafe to practice what I learned. I sacrificed the money for laptop. If I had bought that laptop before that training, I wouldn't have known what to do with the laptop. You've not pieced together your life. I have a tech course in case you don't know. If you want to start a tech career today, it doesn't matter where you studied or what you studied. If you learn tech, you can work anywhere. Inbox me, send me a message. But the message is learn to piece together your life. The lady has left you. Okay, what else do you have? Is she the only lady in the world? Your children left you. Are they the only children in the world? Can't you make more children? Have they cut off your prick? Your husband died. Okay, is he the only man in the world? Can't you remarry? If you know you can't stay alone, remarry. Move on. You lost your admission. Okay, is that the only admission in the world? Why not try and get another school? If you can't get another school, why not try and learn something? You get, okay, what did you learn from the tragedy that happened? What did you learn? Some of you, somebody close to you will die. You will not even try to figure out what really took his life. You will just look for the easiest solution, which is to accuse your uncle or your auntie or your sister or your brother that they sent juju. Once you say that, you will not think again. You will not think maybe it's diabetes. Go through his past tests, lab tests. Even reach out to the doctor. Go back to the hospital, reach out to the doctor. Doctor, what do you think really happened? Let them explain to you directly, since you were not around when it happened. So you know how to mitigate against it in the family. It may be genetic disease that will still return in the 5-10 years time. Another person in the family is sick again. Somebody was telling me the other day, the mother died of breast cancer. It never reached 2 years when they buried the mama. The sister don't get her. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, your life will take a totally different path if you calm down and actually think about everything constructively. Break down, write down every expense, everything that is challenging you, write it down, put it together. After writing it down, you start looking for space. You do research, you have phone. Do research, chat up some people, ask for solutions. Not be to go beg money, ask for solution. This is where I'm in life. What do you think I should do next? Before you know, you don't get solution.